Hello, and welcome back as we get ready to watch Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis bump into each other in a hallway and swap bodies in Perfidious Beat plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. That's right, it's the old Freaky Friday episode here, since you may be noticing a few things are different than when we last left off, and that's largely thanks to Steam. Went in to update the Steam settings so that I could disable the overlay, which apparently pipes itself into your actual game footage now in a fashion that makes OBS unable to filter it out. Used to be OBS would, if you had it in game capture mode, wouldn't pick up your Steam overlay, and now even in game capture mode for some reason, it's still picking it up. So I went in to shut that off, and Steam decided, hey, I need to restart myself to apply these settings, and it shut down XCOM without me getting a chance to save my game. Delightful. What I did then is just off camera, I went and replayed the last mission, and it had basically exactly the same outcome as the first time we played it. I think the only difference was instead of that high percentage miss, we hit that shot instead. But after the mission was over, we got a different breakthrough, a much shittier breakthrough than +1 plasma weapon damage, I might add. And we also got a way shittier set of monthly covert operations, in that none of them includes a promotion, not even a single one. None of these available missions have a promotion on it, so instead, we're now going to get a superior weapon upgrade. It's basically exactly the plot of Freaky Friday, except if that movie was shot and filmed today. It's like those two would swap bodies, and one of party is getting a way shittier end of the deal. And in this case, the person getting the shittier end of the deal is Jamie Lee Curtis, and be like, why wouldn't Jamie Lee want to swap into, you know, a body like 35-ish years, 35, 40 years younger than her? Well, I mean, you taking a look at Lindsay Lohan lately? I'm pretty sure if Lohan and Jamie Lee swap at this time, Jamie Lee's getting hosed, man. She's getting a raw deal on that one. She's really held up. Old Father Time's been pretty kind to Jamie Lee Curtis, whereas Old Father Time, I'm pretty sure, with regard to Lindsay Lohan, is he just fucking ran over with a train and then backed the train up just to make sure he got her. It's probably due to the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, takes care of herself, eats healthy. She's a big probiotic. Eating that Activia yogurt, man. Stuff must be doing some wonders. Whereas Lindsay Lohan is tossing down fistfuls of Vicodin and probably drinks 22 gallons more gin on an average day than Jamie Lee Curtis. I'm telling you, take care of your body, man. It's the only one you're ever gonna get. And this is very much a do as I say, not as I do kind of scenario here, because I treat my body like a dumpster. Speaking of dumpsters, let's put together whatever kind of garbage fire of a team we can get here. Turop, you're a little tired, but that's fine. The only thing I think we'll do here is, don't we have your running partner? Yeah, let's get Beardo in. Beardo's basically full willpower. We'll swap Beardo in for Calder Hunter, since Calder Hunter's bro toy is taken out of action. Let's make utility items available here, make weapons available, make armor available. We good? Mostly good. So, okay, you know what? There's something else I do want to do very quickly. I've been forgetting to do this for like 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes now. And I'm going to come down here and just like build me a goddamn mimic beacon and then build me another mimic beacon. And I don't care how many supplies it takes, because we're going to run out of faceless corpses way before we run out of money. I'm honestly not even sure why we're doing this supply rate. It's not like it's going to matter. And now that we have those, we've got our med kit. Everybody on this team has tactical rigging, huh? That's kind of amazing. Take that, and you take that. And now our days of getting shot in the face are basically over. No more getting shot for us. Turop, this is actually a pretty good mission to bring you along. Everybody should have a solid weapon, with the possible exception of old Beardo up here. Beardo? No, I mean, you're good. We did get some weapon upgrades, did we not? Advanced repeater, advanced scope. You know what? We'll deal with weapon upgrades, like, I'll probably do that off camera in between episodes, because watching me swap upgrades has got to be the dullest shit of all time. Duller than watching the reboot of Freaky Friday with current day Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. You know what? Yeah, I think it's vastly duller than that. Because honestly, if Jamie Lee and Lindsay Lohan reprised it and made like a Freaky Friday 2, I would definitely watch that shit. Just because I'd want to see if the writers would be, like, self-aware enough to realize, man, Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be way more pissed about this body swap than she was the last time when she was slightly miffed about having to be a teenager again. Because now she's going to be like, oh, good, I'm swapped right into, like, a premenopausal junkie. I much prefer my post-menopausal, well-maintained frame, please. Miss Lohan, can we undo this shit immediately? Lindsay Lohan could just put on a red wig in Jamie Lee Curtis's body and people would be like, wow, Lindsay, have you seen Lindsay Lohan lately? She's really looking better. Whatever surgery she had, it worked. And we have an opportunity here to take a few for ourselves. Yeah, whatever. Riddick, come down here. So we got the Lost on this mission. Do we have anybody with full throttle? I really was interested in testing out full throttle vis-a-vis the Lost. Riddick, you don't have full throttle, do you? Do any of you guys have full throttle? We probably brought no one with full throttle. You have parkour. Perfect. Our best chance to test out the full throttle ability by easily killing Lost. And we have 100% squandered it. Ideal. Also spotted a pod somehow. We did. What are you, a codex? We don't really care. Is there... Actually, the problem here is there's not really like a super abundance of cover. Or even any cover at all. Could you not dive through a plate glass window? Yeah, let's maybe not do that. As you command. I'd like to move up into this building, but not in such a fashion that forces me to make one of the stupidest maneuvers of all time. Gotta be very careful here because the game is trying to make me misclick. Like, it's doing its level damnedest to generate a misclick here, and I would vastly prefer that it not. Weirdo, let's get you up there next to your boy. I don't want to burn my concealment on something as foolish as this. Moving for Jackie. Hey, talking about foolish moves. What about bringing Jackie D'Norcio on this mission and giving him a mimic beacon? Come on, Pete. Jackie ain't no fraidy cat. What are you looking at over here? You think I'm afraid? You think I need some decoy? You don't think I'm man enough to step up and take on the challenge myself, Pete? I didn't get to be a capo in this outfit because I was afraid to do a little dirty work, if you know what I'm talking about. That's me with coming up with like a non-incriminating way to say, you know, I killed a few people because the bosses asked me to. Because I'm a button man. You know, for a button man, I actually just kind of wish you were better at it. That's my main problem. It's not that you murder, it's just that you're, like, not very good at it. I don't care about the murder. I care about your ineffectiveness. Murder all you like. This is fine. Where the hell did that codex go? She's got to be in this hallway, I guess. Which means Shane Wolf should be able to see her in this tile. Or she's not in the hallway. Well, how come... Wait a minute. Suddenly I have detection tiles? Why? Yeah, there's some weird line of sight nonsensory going on here. Nonsensory, Pete? I'm pretty sure that's not a word. You may be right. It's possible I may have just added that to my own vernacular, but it's in there now and it's not going anywhere. Jackie, why don't you come button man over here? We actually have a pretty nice little setup. The enemy hasn't started collecting crates yet, so I'm content to wait. They should spot the Lost should spot each other, and they should fight! Fight, 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 fight. Come on, fight. This is like Advent UFC right here. Oh, Jackie's been spotted, but that's okay. We get a free shot at this shield bearer. Nice shot, Riddick. We must destroy their armor. You didn't even know his armor was there until about 9 seconds ago, Rick. Do you think Riddick would stab you if you called him Rick? He seems like the kind of guy who'd get stabby over something like, not a 100% accurate nickname. Well, we're gonna retribution you. I can't believe it actually hit. That ability is the I can't believe it's not butter of the combat world. I can't believe it actually hit something. So we are currently revealed. How big of an open area is out here? Big enough that I am not content to just run into that sight unseen. I'd like to do something about this purifier, but we don't really have anybody who can see him. Not in our current position. Jackie, can you get a shot at him maybe? Okay, Jackie can see him. What's your chance here at a little justice action? You know, 64% is not fantastic, but it's also not the end of the world. Do it. Get him over here, and then we'll just dash away from him or grapple away. We have whiffed it. You failed dramatically, Jackie. But no, how is that unusual? I really don't think a whiplash is probably the right call here. Riddick. You killed one lost. Good for you, by the way. What are your chances to whip this codex? Whip her good? Like whip her into shape? Shape her up? Get it straight? Maybe, I don't know, go forward, move ahead. I'm told it's not too late. Whip it. 80% chance this should outright kill a codex if it hits. Which it did. That was not an outright kill. Codexes are supposed to take extra damage from that, effectively. No. We could get a free headshot by killing the Lost, which we should do. See you in hell. And Riddick, do you have blue screen rounds equipped? You do have blue screens. What's your chance on the... You know what? No, don't get greedy. Just kill the man you can kill. We shouldn't have bothered whiplashing. What we should have done is just shot the codex. That would have been way, way, way more effective. Yep. Well, get wrecked. This man's getting double tapped.
I must improve.
Yeah. Yeah, you must. You're right. You're not wrong. On your next report card, it better have a category that says most improved, because you definitely could use some improvement. So now what? Calder Hunter, I don't suppose you could... No, we don't... Can you just shoot that codex? What's your chance to just shoot her? 60... You know what? Acceptable. Taking a lot of really low percentage shots here. That's because we've got actions to spare. How about instead of a low percentage shot, we do this? Get rid of all that cover. Pete, that explosion's going to summon a swarm of the Lost. Yeah, it sure did, and I also really don't give a single shit. Finish off the Purifier. If he explodes, his death explosion may kill the Codex. So, of course, he did not explode. Well, Beardo, you should be able to finish off the Codex then, in theory. You know, it still took you 2 shots, so I'm still not happy. 88%, I will risk it. A minimal risk, but still a risk. And then we got Xander Cage over here. Xander, I'm tempted to have you go make a move on a crate, but you know what? The enemy hasn't started to come pick him up yet, so... I'm not taking you on a yellow move at the end of our turn into what could potentially be enemy territory.
Has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If we move quickly, we may be able to mark them for ourselves.
We ain't gonna have to move that quickly, Bradford. They're right there, though. As far as quick moves go, this one's gonna be pretty sedate. Gonna go rescue these crates at a quite leisurely pace and still be totally okay. What is wrong with that man's hips? He doesn't have a pelvis, it's just whole. I feel sorry for that man. Like, sir, I don't know what happened to your pelvis, but you should call an attorney or something. Like, you've been wronged. Oh, good. Well then, this is gonna be an interesting kettle of fish. So mind control units are actually a pretty significant problem for us. And Xander Cage does have one of our Mimic Beacons. Mind control units are a problem for us because our whole team has Retribution. That's the main part of the problem. Is we wind up, every time they mind control somebody, we wind up hitting all of our own dudes, and I don't like it. We can see one guy from there, and we will have a flank shot. Do you have a Justice available? You do not. So you could wrath your way over to him, or we could use you, Jackie, for an emergency mimic beacon. I'm thinking you're probably a beacon boy this turn, so let's just put your other action under our hat, shall we? Riddick? See what you can give us. Richard B. Ricky B, they call him. You know what? Now's the time. We Battle Lord. We're gonna Battle Lord and we're gonna Mimic Beacon. We've been wanting to test this out anyway. Now is an excellent opportunity for that. We focus on the crates. We Mimic Beacon and Battle Lord.
Advent's locator is down and our transponder is active. Firebrand will handle the pickup.
So Jackie, you're gonna be a beacon boy. Binky, what can you give us here? Can you grapple somewhere useful? I mean, potentially.
Tactical movement.
We aren't going to get shit out of you up there. Can we get shit out of you over here? I mean, we can always get shit out of you because we really want some. We could just dip it out. You don't have a shot at anything, huh? We're going to put you on interrupt then. Beardo? You have activated a Lost Brute. Well, I mean, that could have been worse. 92% chance for a kill here. Let's go ahead and take that. Pete, you wasted your one bullet. It's fine. Then the Lost Brute takes one. Perfect. And then the Babylonian over here can clean up the slop. And he has plenty of bullets. So 97% Lost Brute goes down. He does indeed go down. And then we move. You know what? We could go to Rob, who's your bro? You know what? Yes. Teamwork it up. Xander Cage, you are not our Battle Lord, but that's okay. We got to do a little bit of stool softening here. So why don't you, before we do that though. Okay, we just wanted to make sure Jackie was still there to be our beacon boy. Somebody's getting whiplashed. We actually have terrible chances at whiplash. Whiplash the Purifier, though. The Purifier is probably the most problematic in terms of potential enemies. So let's do... Oh, man, I really wanted to blow up that car. Well, let's see if we can detonate this. We'll also spawn some Lost, which is fine. They might muddy the water a little bit. Volatile mix, and it still didn't blow up the car, huh? Ain't that a kick in the dick? There we go. That's what we were looking for. A nice little Lost swarm. Maybe a few of them will go at our boy, and they should also give us plenty of opportunity to go full Battle Lord here. Well, you get some shots now, I guess, don't you, Binky? You know what? These guys that are close, go ahead and take them out. And by them, I mean literally the one guy. And then we're just going to throw a Mimic Beacon. We're going to throw it deep so that it triggers our Battle Lord ability, but also doesn't come that close to us. We're losing a crate. I really don't care. We don't need the supplies. In a regular campaign, we might be salty about the supplies, but in this one, we just flat out don't give a shit. Hey, we're batting 500 here. It's one crate per one crate. I should be Battle Lording at the moment, though. Where's my Battle Lord action? Okay, then. So Richard B. Riddick has gotten a Battle Lord action. And I would love to throw a plasma grenade up there, but he can't. Unless... Can we grapple to somewhere more useful? The answer is no. Well, okay, so let's do this then. We'll use our bonus action to come up here and whack this priest with a slash. This'll get us closer. Also, it does 6 damage to that jerk. And gives us retribution opportunities if somebody else comes up into the neighborhood. He's going for our beacon. It's gonna go down. But we should be Battle Lording. Right? Exactly perfect. Just as we planned. Plasma grenade here can't miss. Oop. little bit of volatile mix, shredding some of his armor. He's running away. He's immune to fire. He's going to go for the Lost. Perfect. Now, why don't you Lost return the favor and go punch that man in the skull? Oh, just going to run around screaming, punching yourselves in the head, huh? Well, that's a natural reaction to having your hair set on fire, I guess. Apparently the Lost didn't learn the whole stop, drop, and roll thing. Oh, they're vulnerable to fire. They take double damage from fire. I'm not sure we've ever seen a Lost burn to death. This guy doesn't really seem to give a shit about the vulnerability. He's just going to run headlong into a fire because he's profoundly stupid. Lost Brute. You want to go punch that purifier in the dick? Just go ahead. Give him like a nice cock shot. He deserves it. No? That guy has a really long, elegant, swan-like neck. Did you guys see that? It's a good look for this dude. Also, I have a question. This is something that had not occurred to me until literally just seconds ago, but why is it that all the Lost are male? I mean, I know why, because it's a video game and they don't want to show boobs, but it seems like full 50% of the Lost should be lady dudes, though, right? You could just give them like a skimpy bikini top or something, have them still wearing some, like, rags clinging to their chest. These Lost are, some of them wearing pants. Why couldn't they also, like, have some female Lost with tops?
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking.
Where's the Me Too movement in video gaming here? There's another swarm of the Lost thanks to that explosion. So we want to try and kill this priest because, again, priests, very irritating and dangerous to us. That Lost has 9 health. How do I not have a better chance to hit this Lost that's standing literally beside me? Is there actually a Lost in that tile? No. He must be somehow dead? Okay, then. Well, let's shoot you in the brainstem. And putting you in stasis is probably the best we're gonna do. Didn't even cost us an action, which is kind of fantastic. Crack this guy. It wasn't just deficient, Riddick. It was actually shameful. There's deficient, and then there's shameful. And that one was shameful. You fill me with shame. No. No, don't. Like, justice. Yeah, no. Well, that purifier's still back there. A strong potential justice target, but I really want to get this shield bearer yanked out in the open more. Give him the shank, please. There you go. Give him a little taste of the shiv. We want this guy surrounded by people with retribution at the end of this turn. That's our ultimate goal. Beardo? You know, you have not a great shot, but you do have one. Fantastic. 83% chance to hit from here, and you whiffed it. Thanks for the 4 damage, chump. Well, you'd have more ammo if you were a better shot. We can't take that shot. We gotta kill this guy. Thank God somebody can do their job. Jackie, we've got a lot of uncontrolled troopers on the board here, and I'm not happy. You know what? Don't headshot that guy. Where's that purifier? Can we hit him with the whiplash? Well, we can throw one at him. We could also just... You know what? It's fine. We need some free actions here. Did not expect that to hit. Jackie, headshot the Lost. We got to get that guy down to where he's killable, either by a retribution or ideally maybe just by some man with a bullet. Come stand over here. You guys are fucking on fire tonight, by the way. You're doing a real bang-up job into making bullets strike the enemy department. You guys are fucking setting the world on fire. No, wait, I'm sorry, that was the enemy. You guys are worthless. Well, at least one of you managed to connect. Yeah, you're about to be set on fire? Nope, he's still going for the lost. So purifiers are the one thing we can rely on to do our dirty work for us, and that they mostly just wander around setting the lost on fire? Or encouraging the lost to set themselves ablaze. Again, I appreciate it. You're dead. You're dead. These guys really cook. Get it? Because they're burning alive. One might say there were too many cooks, in fact. I love it that a lost swarm apparently just spawned inside of a raging inferno. Still a lot of lost over here. Hey, where did that guy on the roof come from? You guys should all be getting retribution, by the way. Looks like we got both of them. We did. And that lost is still on fire, so while he's not gonna die now, he will die in a minute. There's a lost with 14 friggin' health. Well, he'll have less in a minute. We had an opportunity for some loot and we missed it. Beardo, you know what? I blame you that on you for missing that shot. If you would hit that shot, you wouldn't have to worry about this.
Must reload now.
Alright, Beardo. What can you do? Get a kill? Okay. Well played. Let's see you miss a 92% shot here and keep pace with the rest of the team. Nope, not only did he get the hit there, he actually got the kill on an enemy that wasn't a slam dunk. Could have rolled minimum damage and failed to get the kill there. So say what you want about Calder Hunter. He's, you know, he misses a lot of shots, but when he does hit, he really makes them count. He does good damage. Turop, you know what? Think you can polish that dude off? Wait, is he on fire? He's on fire. The fire will finish that man. Shoot this other lost. Beautiful, and then use that free action to reload. Jackie. There is still that elite purifier over here, and it kind of feels like maybe somebody should finally kill that guy. The one time we would like him to explode when he dies. And what does he do? Yeah, he doesn't explode. Par for the course, really. Speaking of par for the course, anything even golf-related has me, Perfidious Pete, in a righteous, unholy fury. PGA Championships in St. Louis this week, and they've been making my traffic in the area and my commute specifically an ungodly nightmare. Like, my commute times this week are basically triple their normal time, and it's all due to the fact that people want to go watch a bunch of, like, entitled white guys chase a tiny ball around the pasture. I understand playing golf. I don't dislike the sport in and of itself. I can see playing golf. It's like, you know, hey, I'm going to challenge myself and see if I can best myself at this particularly arbitrary game with kind of stupid rules. But that's you know, any self-challenge can have arbitrary rules. I don't have a problem with the game of golf. But what I can't understand is why you would deliberately go watch someone else play it. Not even that, but, you know, tickets to that event are really expensive. It's not only why would you go watch somebody else play golf. People often are willing to pay to watch people be better at something that they themselves also do. It's like one of the ways that you learn occasionally. But why would you spend a considerable sum of money to go stand in the St. Louis heat, and it has been quite hot and unbelievably humid here in St. Louis this week, but to stand all day in the heat in a giant crowd watching some dude wander around a field hitting a little tiny ball and then chasing after it? It just seems like the fucking definition of madness. I don't get it. You paid good money for that. And also, you can't even see very well, and you're probably not going to get to see the guy you really want to see anyway. Be like, I'm a huge Tiger Woods fan. I want to watch Tiger play. Well, you might get to see Tiger hit like 1 or 2 shots at one particular hole. You can be like, yeah, I saw Tiger's 2nd and 3rd shot on the 17th hole. It wasn't exciting at all. It was just like an approach shot, and then he chipped onto the green, and then... You know, that was it. I didn't even get to see him putt because I was too far away, and the crowds were too dense, and I couldn't get close to the green, so... I did get to see him hit 2 shots in person, though. It was every bit as amazing and wonderful as I had hoped it might be. I'm confounded. You'd be better off to just stay home, where 1, it's climate controlled, and 2, you can just actually see the action better because it's on TV. Why not just stay home? Why go to the event? Just stay home and watch it on TV. It's like having great seats and it doesn't cost a dime, assuming you already own a TV, and let's face it, you probably do. So we're gonna have the judge here racking up any kills he can get. Not a guaranteed kill there, so let's put one in this man. We're definitely not gonna kill him, but we've got like follow-up shots that can bring that dude down. Alder Hunter. Little headshot here. Also, there are still 6 crates on this mission. Where the hell are they? I'm thinking about wrapping this one up. I'm not enjoying really splitting these into 2-parters, but it seems like we got a hell of a lot of mission left to go. In fact, where are all these things? You know what? What else is on this map? There's got to be more enemies somewhere. What and where are they? Maybe not. Binky reload. If we kill this last lost, is that end of mission?
It is dead.
Apparently not. What's left? There's like 1 pod of lost on top of the train? Is that it? It can't be it. There's got to be more to this mission than this. Admin forces marked a crate for recovery. Yeah, you know what? Just pick them up. I don't care about the stupid supplies. Oh, delightful. There's a sectopod. Because, of course, there is. There's always a sectopod these days. Is this just every mission now? Just all missions come standard? The sectopod's like standard equipment now? All missions come standard equipped with the sectopod? Because bullshit. That's what I'm saying to that. Give him the old whiplash. Nice shot, Beardo. Good work, buddy. Who else has a whiplash left? We have, like, just Binky, I think. Maybe it. Are you our last whiplash? You're literally our last one. Well, let's try and make it count, I guess. 78%. Oh, armor applies to whiplash, too, because... Of course it does. That's perfectly sensible. Well, let's get rid of some of that armor, otherwise our weapons aren't going to be able to do any damage at all. 2 more enemies out there, by the way. Who had our... Mimic beacon? Yeah, we're gonna... Xander Cage, you're gonna be chucking a beacon on the end of this turn. I got a real strong feeling. And by real strong feeling, I mean just, you know, come to grips with the fact that you're going to be chucking a Mimic beacon on this turn. We already summoned 1 extra Horde of the Lost. No sense in not summoning another one. Maybe we'll get lucky and a sectopod will shoot at them. I'd love to Battle Lord again. We don't have anybody else who has the Battle Lord ability, do we? You know what? That Lost Swarm has appeared in a very convenient spot. Alright, Turop. What can you do here? Oh, you have a whiplash as well, but you can't actually see the sectopod. Ideal. Riddick. Yeah, we're definitely going to have you do nothing except throw a Mimic Beacon. We can double tap the sectopod with blue screens. I feel like that's the right call here. Yeah, it did, but it's not going to matter if we can hit him again. He's done. It struck the armor, but we chewed most of it off. There we go. Double tapping. That explosion is going to get us some more lost, by the way. Fantastic. 2-Rop. I guess we'll just have you start picking off dashers or whatever you can get. Why does a lost dasher have 9 health? That's way too much. We, despite the fact that all that's left is lost, may still deploy the Mimic Beacon at the end of this turn. Let's open things up. This will also get us a kill. I'm mostly just trying to bring down the wall and injure a bunch of those lost so we can start finishing them off. We can't really afford to miss here. Kill the dashers. The dancers, the prancers, the donners, victims, comets, cupids, and etc. You know, we'll leave those for another day. Xander Cage is the last thing we got left going. Chuck a Mimic Beacon, like, right here. This way, if anybody comes at us, theoretically, they have to run through a bunch of retribution attacks. Not that those are going to be extraordinarily helpful. I'm relying on that Advent Purifier up there to do all of our heavy lifting. I'm voting you for MVP, dude, so, you know, get those gold medals so I have an excuse. Don't even ignore me in favor of the loss. He ignored them in favor of the Mimic Beacon is actually what he did. Well, the Mimic Beacon still managed to do its job. And we can let the Lost beat these dudes to death for us? Yeah. That guy set himself on fire. Thanks for the help, champ. And a Retribution actually hit something. Color me amazed. Calder Hunter. Anybody got a grenade left? You know what? At this point, let's avoid grenades because we don't want to spawn any more Lost. Like that, we've had enough of that. I think we just move to here. Hit this man with our last whiplash. No. Hit the Advent Trooper, please.
I won't break you. No tissue damage.
And then just shoot him. Why are you always talking about tissue damage, dude? Guy's got a real fetish for the tissue damage. He loves tissue damage. What do you have against Kleenex? Why are you trying to damage him all the time? I mean, you know, people have mucus and they got to get rid of it. Turns out using my last bullet to headshot that guy was probably not the world's greatest idea. Reload. That wasn't a free reload by chance, was it? Of course not. So then, Riddick, we don't want you anywhere near that purifier, because when we kill him, he's going to explode. Somebody can give you a bonus action. Riddick, bonus action. Yeah. How did you get 16 health, by the way? That's a remarkable health total. Calder Hunter, he must be shielding himself with the beard. That's the only explanation that makes any kind of sense at all, is that thick, lustrous beard of his protects him from all forms of bodily harm. Jackie DeNorcio, we're going to need you to justice that. No, not the Lost. Yeah, pull this man out of cover so that we can shoot him a bunch. Well played, Jackie. Hey, Jackie ain't ever met a man whose button he couldn't punch. You need a man's button punched? Jackie DeNorcio's your boy. Also, don't even have to shoot at him this round, because, hey. Now he's stunned. Also, didn't we upgrade our ripjacks? I thought we had upgraded to fusion ripjacks. Did we not do that? Because we... you know what? Maybe I forgot to do that between episodes. I may have... I'm pretty sure I did it, but I think maybe on the replay I forgot to redo it. We'll have to put that back in the queue. The fusion ripjacks theoretically are not a full upgrade. In fact, they may be objectively worse than a non-fusion ripjack. But I like the damage more than I like the stun, simply because the damage is reliable and the stun is not. And we know how I feel about things which are hit or miss. I would rather have a shittier thing that just always works. You know what, Shane Wolf, you had a pretty good turn there, buddy. Xander Cage. 64% is not good enough. Justice that, man, because it can't miss. Yoink. You don't need to dash anywhere, pal. Get shanked, by the way. There you go. And that should be end of mission, then?
Status confirmed.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
50 enemies downed on a flawless mission, Operation Wolfwagon. Ow! You know what? If somebody comes up to you and offers you a ride in a vehicle that they have affectionately dubbed the Wolfwagon, for the love of God, whatever you do, do not get in that vehicle. Dude rolls up to you and he's like, hey, baby, you want to take a ride in the Wolfwagon? No, don't get in. He might as well just call it the rape train. Don't get in there. You're going to wind up roofied and wake up in a ditch somewhere with your underwear inside out next to your head. Do not get in the Wolfwagon.
Having already surpassed some of our other soldiers' capabilities.
What are you talking about, Bradford? Nobody got promoted at all. It was actually kind of a shit mission, although we did pick up an Illyrium core, which is useful. That's it, huh? All that, and we got literally nothing to show for it? I feel so empty inside. I feel like Lindsay Lohan, after she swapped bodies with Jamie Lee Curtis and had only had Activia yogurt for a day, she just felt so empty inside and had to feel compelled to go pound down a couple fistfuls of Vicodin. And hey, you know what? Sounds like not a bad plan. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more XCOM, I consider subscribing as well. New episodes every single day. Me, I'm going to go rummage around in my medicine cabinet and see what I got in there. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.